apologies for missing yesterday. Obviously, there were some big announcements coming through from the government, and it just didn't feel right to be interrupting that. So, hope the lockdown is going okay, not being driven too stir crazy. Wanted to talk to you tonight about, obviously, there's hundreds and hundreds of options for general fitness circuit classes going on through the various social media channels. And for enjoyment, for physical activity, these are absolutely fantastic. And I'm not a qualified personal fitness trainer, and I'm not going to pretend to compete with those. And you should keep yourselves physically fit and healthy. If you're in a good state of health to start those, absolutely, by all means. So what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about was why it is, if you can, possibly make your strength and conditioning a little bit more swim specific. So the ongoing debate, and a lot of people are for things like the swim bench, some people are against it. I think they're a great idea when it comes to supplementing your swim training, because you can go to the gym and you can work your triceps and you can work your lat muscles and you can make those muscles stronger. And then you obviously go to the pool and you engage those muscles and they will help you swim faster. Now, if there was something in between that strengthened the muscle groups in a swimming specific movement, surely that would be advantageous. And I've been a big believer in that. For several years now, I've been using my swim bench and doing some pretty big racing. My little team, we swam Lake Geneva as a relay in 2017, and I got sort of 25k done in the course of that trip. 10k at the Dart, 14k at Henley. I just don't find the time to do as much swimming as I used to. What I do have time for is to sit on the swim bench, use my stretch cords, and actually reproduce the swimming movements under some stress, under some load from those machines, from those bands. And that works for me. I can interrupt, I can be at home, I can take calls, I can catch up on news and so on, TV, put the laptop under the swim bench, fantastic, and I can catch up on whatever's been going on. Because I can keep my fitness with a little bit of biking, a little bit of running, but I can actually do a lot of swimming, not necessarily in the pool. I do 1 or 2 swims a week, but I cannot do the amount of pool work that would lend itself to racing 10k, 5k, whatever it might be. So the swim bench or stretch cords have been fantastic because they allow me to recreate the swimming movements, keep that muscle memory, those pathways ingrained, absolutely working the technique in a swimming movement. So when it comes to, and I've had some great responses, I will get a little bit nervous using Zoom, having seen that little bit of a social media funny clip going around today where someone thought that their probably camera was off and they took their phone into the toilet. But we'll do it properly once I've had a chance to research it, and we will get a class organized, and it would be great to have some people involved and join in. It will be possible to do the sessions with horizontal stretch cords. Like I mentioned, I like the idea of them hanging from above so you can get the rotation in, get the hip movement in as well. So that's where I will be doing mine. Plus, in the small flat we have, it's not easy to get. This right here is a push chair. Right here, there's another few hundred session in the bottles. I'll show you those in a second. I'm not exaggerating. There they are. Hopefully you saw the videos today that we added to the website so you can get an idea of what those warm-up subsets and cool-down drills and skills might be. But anyway, detract. We put those videos up, and obviously they're there to help you out, and hopefully you don't have to sign in or log in. Even if you don't buy a bottle, they're there. You can have a good look at some of those videos that are there. Might just give you a little bit of food for thought as to a new approach and new drills you might need. It's always good to watch some demonstrations and talk some swim theory through. But as I was saying, so you may not have the space to go, you may not have a stairwell landing to go vertical with the stretch cords. If you can go horizontal, absolutely fine. The effort will be there. The movements will be very similar. I just don't think you can quite get that hip rotation in. So I hope you've picked up a little bit on that. Think about why we're going to be using these bands, why we're going to be using those cords, and how they're going to help. And Thursday, Friday, I promise we'll get round to posting something, or maybe if we're smart enough, figure it all out, we will go live. But the last couple of days have been a bit hectic, obviously adjusting to this new way of coaching and staying in touch. We've had a lot of things to do with the pools closing down and sort of tying up some loose ends with the business, speaking to existing clients, but hopefully that's all going well, and appreciate the time you clients are giving us to work things out as hopefully we get back in the pool. Who knows, in a few months it might be, but it's great to have some warm wishes and some good luck messages. And it was actually our 17th birthday today, although Keely and I do argue a little bit about this, in that we did run the business for at least a year and a half part-time before we incorporated and got things official. So officially 17 years today, which is a wonderful milestone, and thanks to all the clients and swimmers that have been supporting us.